back at the basket court, Tajaya and Surabaya, Indonesia. As we take a look at our first half highlights, San Miguel Alab Pilipinas got off to a 10-0 start against the CLS Knights of Indonesia and never looked back, Marco.
But positive for the CLS Knights, they had a much better second quarter in terms of scoring. Able to score 18 points in that quarter. Sandy Curniawan also came up big for them. He had 7 points, if I'm not mistaken, in that second quarter.
And Ethan Alvano also contributing. PJ Ramos also had a very strong game. As we turn you over to our courtside reporter.
Hi guys, hi Night Society. My name is Dion Edward and I'm here together with the CLS Knights head coach, Coach Brian. Coach, moving on into the next half, Coach. What is your special strategy facing a 13-point deficit?
Well, we have to do a better job with our transition defense. We have to get back on defense and match up. And also on offense, we have to move the ball more, and we also have to set better screens and execute better.
And I see that at the first half, you play a lot of minutes for our local players, especially Sandy, Arif, and also Firman. Is it like a special strategy facing this Alab Pilipinas?
Well, Sandy played really well in the first half. He scored a lot of points for us, and we needed that because our imports were struggling scoring. So we need, again, our bench players to come in and local players to come in and help us a lot.
All right, Coach, last but not least, what is the one thing that you want to say to our CLS Knight Society, our fans?
Well, keep following us. We're getting better. We're working hard for you. Keep supporting us, and hopefully we'll come back and win this game.
All right, Coach. Best of luck for the second half of the game. Thank you very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Dion. Great job there as he talked to Coach Brian Rouse. And halftime stats here, 42-29 is our score. And San Miguel Alab Pilipinas is dominating on all categories. CLS Knights, 23 free throws in that first half.
And one of the things that's going for them, but they're not able to capitalize on those free throws, just shooting 9 of 23. They've also committed 8 turnovers, given up, or they've allowed the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas to score 12 points on turnovers. So correction here, it's not 23 free throws, it's actually 13 free throw attempts, so check that. But they've given up 12 points off turnovers, and they've also given up 26 points inside the paint to San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, while they have scored just 4 points in the paint. And as Coach Rosam was saying, both Stephen Hurt and Monte Brandon have only scored 2 points apiece. So they have been absent so far offensively here for the Knights, and that is why they needed Sandy Curniawan and Maxi Esho to step up offensively.
You know, that's not going to be good enough if you're
Definitely.
Stephen Hurt and Monte Brandon, especially against this very formidable San Miguel Alab Pilipinas team. You see Ronaldo Balkman, number 34 there, warming up.
One of the positives as well for Coach Jimmy Alapag, Ethan Alvano. We were talking about him in the first half, and we have been impressed with the way he has played. Already with 7 points, he is a plus 16, meaning Alab has outscored the Knights by 16 points when he is on the floor. 0 turnovers as well for Alvano in 14.5 minutes of play.
And the great thing about him, Marcos, he gets his baskets in the flow of the offense as well.
It does not really demand the basketball, does not pound the ball a lot, dribbling the basketball, wasting the shot clock, and does a good job setting up his teammates. Has 2 assists to go along with his 7 points.
Well, Josh Orbistona was a recipient of 1 assist from Ethan Alvano. And both teams actually not shooting very well from beyond the arc. Alab Pilipinas has cooled off after hitting 14 threes in their season debut. Now just shooting 3 for 10. But we still have 2 quarters to go.
Well, that is part of the home court advantage of the CLS Knights. I don't remember any visiting team that really shot the ball excellently here in terms of the three-point shot. So they are limiting the second best three-point shooting team in the league, San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, who shot 40% from downtown last game. Right now they're shooting just 30%.
And we begin the second half. It's the CLS Knights with the basketball wearing white. And Alab Pilipinas in red. And in Jawato, Monte Brandon with a jumper. That's good.
And let's see if that gets him going. as Ronaldo Balkman not showing any respect to that jump shot by Monte Brandon.
Well, Stephen Hurt was there beside Brandon, so it didn't look like he knew who to defend there. And Ronaldo Balkman is caught on two minds there. Brandon Jawato looking for Monte Brandon. Brandon, another jumper. This time it's offline.
And Ronaldo Balkman is going to dare Monte Brandon to try to beat them from the outside, as the CLS Knights have opted to take those outside shots instead of taking it against the 7-3 behemoth and PJ Ramos.
And PJ Ramos trying to stuff that ball.
And you know, for a 7-3 center, PJ Ramos has a quick drop step to the baseline. I think he had bad intentions on that sequence.
A quick, nimble feet. A Puerto Rican. And it's not easy to just come in and come into a team that has already, won a title and just fit in seamlessly.
Yeah.
And PJ Ramos has done just that.
And he's going to be a big problem, especially for the rest of the league.
Well, we have some very good 7-footers here in the ASEAN Basketball League. Sam Deguara of Hong Kong Eastern.
Chris Charles as well, former Defensive Player of the Year. Of course, John Fields of the Singapore Slingers.
Champion as well, Chris Charles. Now playing for Mono Vampire. Wong Wei Long. Goes to Esho, back to Wong. Great defense there by Parks. Brandon Jawato. Wong, 4 seconds in the shot clock. Pass to Hurt. Brandon knocks that one down to beat the shot clock.
That's a bailout jumper there for Monte Brandon, but they're going to be called for the delay of game, as he held on to that basketball and tapped it to the referee.
CLS Knights showing great patience there. That's a technical. Looks like,
He was warned.
Yeah, warning.
Next infraction will be a technical foul. There seems to be a wet spot on the floor, but Knights have been able to trim this deficit to 10 points.
Ronaldo Balkman. Good look at Coach Jimmy Alapag and assistant Danny Siegel. Both legends in their own right, back in the Philippines.
Not seen in that picture was Coach Eric Menk.
Another legend.
Another legend.
Parks against Jawato. 2 points so far for Ray Parks. They go to PJ Ramos. Esho is there to defend. Kalen Chongsa puts that ball on the deck and drops it off to PJ Ramos.
Nice recovery there from Kalen Tiongson. And how about that bullet pass coming from PJ Ramos to the diving Kalen Tiongson?
Esho on the move. Maxi Esho gets that one to go.
Showing us the versatility. Maxi Esho threading the defense.
Gives you a lot of problems, especially when he puts that ball on the deck and had his head down. And Kalen Chongson unable to stop Maxi Esho as PJ Ramos misses on the turnaround shot. Monte Brandon on the move. Ethan Alvano will be whistled for the personal.
I don't know if the foul is going to go against Alvano or Ronaldo Balkman. Looks like they're going to give it to Ronaldo Balkman.
Ronaldo Balkman not happy with Ray Parks there. So, Monte Brandon drawing the foul on Ronaldo Balkman, and Brandon has been aggressive in the third period.
That's what he has to do. He cannot afford to have another so-so outing against San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Had 7 points in their game in Santa Rosa. And we've seen what Monte Brandon is capable of. Had 15 points against Mono Vampire to go along with 16 rebounds and 8 assists. And that's the type of effort they're going to need from Brandon day in and night out.
The lead is down to 8 as the CLS Knights have made their move in the third. Parks goes to Balkman. Balkman, great defense there by the CLS Knights. Maxi Esho with the steal. Esho will swing it over. Wong Wei Long, short on the 3, but there is a whistle.
Coach Rosom is going to be called for a technical, as he did not like that call. And he has got to be careful here. It was an offensive foul called on Monte Brandon on that screen against Bobby Ray Parks.
Bobby Ray Parks wanted to close out on Wong Wei Long as he tried to take the 3. But Coach Rosom, his reaction a bit overboard as far as the officials are concerned. So Ray Parks makes the technical free throw, and
Parks has only scored 3 points in this ball game,
and that could be big here, Marco, because the CLS Knights are doing well in this 3rd period.
They've outscored San Miguel Alab Pilipinas 8-3 so far. Or 8-4 rather.
Ramos gives it up to Parks. Ray Parks on the move. Parks couldn't get the layup to go.
Ball is going to stay with San Miguel Alab Pilipinas though. 12 seconds left on the shot clock.
Now Ray Parks looking for his offense here in the 3rd period. Took just 3 shots in that first half.
And, despite not being able to score as much, Brandon Jawato has proven to be a good defensive matchup against Bobby Ray Parks.
That's great defense again by Jawato, and forces Parks into a turnover.
And because Jawato is just as big, probably just as strong, able to move his feet, stay in front of Bobby Ray Parks, and does a good job staying on the ground, keeping his hands up.
The lead was at 18 points earlier. Now it's down to 9. The CLS Knights have a chance to cut this deficit further. Brandon Jawato. Wong Wei Long against Ethan Alvano. Wei Long. Wong gives it up. Stephen Hurt. Open 3. No good. Jawato with the rebound. He pulls up. That's good.
That's a big shot there for Jawato to get his confidence going.
And the rest of Alab expecting PJ Ramos to grab that rebound, already going to the other side of the court.
Long shot resulting in a long rebound.
6-point lead for Alab. And they find an answer. They dump it to PJ Ramos.
And that's high percentage basketball for you. Alab has not been able to connect as well from the outside, so instead they dump it into their big man, takes advantage of his height and heft advantage against Stephen Hurt, draws the foul against Hurt.
What a luxury for Alab that every time that they are in trouble or they need points on the board, they can just dump that ball to PJ Ramos. And we saw that with Sam Deguara when he was playing for Mono Vampire, now with Hong Kong Eastern.
Sometimes it's unavoidable that there will be days when you cannot, the outside shots do not fall for you. So that's why it's a luxury where you have somebody that you can just dump it into, who can go to work inside, force the defense to either double him or take advantage of single coverage.
And that is what 2 for PJ Ramos.
That's what PJ Ramos has done so far.
47-40. Wong Wei Long gives it up to Brandon. Maxi Esho. Back to Brandon. Brandon inside, taking it strong to Ronaldo Balkman.
And that's actually one of the few times that they've attacked Balkman's post defense. So Monte Brandon proving successful there.
5-point lead. Ramos couldn't get the 3 to go.
Momentum slowly shifting the way of the CLS Knights.
Monte Brandon gives it up to Esho. Another 3 here. That's good! And the CLS Knights have come out with all guns blazing in the 3rd period.
This crowd is going wild. 16-5. They have outscored San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, and the lead is down to 2.
Just a single basket separating the team from the Philippines and the team from Indonesia. After a sizzling start to the third period, Monte Brandon going to work on Balkman. And Maxi Esho knocking down the three. We have a timeout and we'll be right back. Midway point of this third quarter, and the home team, the CLS Knights, have clawed their way back from an 18-point deficit. And they get a steal here. Maxi Esho back to Brandon, and that ties the game at 47. And the crowd exploding at the Gore Basket Kertajaya.
And this is going to be the first big test here for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Remember, this is the second and final time that these two teams will be seeing each other here in the regular season.
Alvano gives it up to Balkman. Parks against Jawato. 2 seconds in the shot clock. Alvano for three. Too strong. Hurt will win that battle against Ramos. And the ball will go to the CLS Knights.
And the question for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas is, if the three-point shot does not fall for them, where do they go? As Maxi Esho has been able to defend, or Monte Brandon rather has been able to defend Ronaldo Balkman from penetrating from the outside.
Ethan Alvano has been replaced by Pau Havilona. Wong Wei Law goes to Jawato against Parks. Get the switch with Chong Son. Wong Wei Long. Parks against Wong Wei Long. Wong, the jumper. Too strong.
Would have been the first taste of the lead here for the CLS Knights.
Avelona to Kaylan Chong Son. The three ball is good.
That's a big shot there for Kaylan Chong-son. Struggled with his three-point shot in their first outing, but knocks this one down to give the lead back to San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
Alab with a 3-point lead. Jawato on the move. The kick out to Wong Wei Long. Puts that ball on the deck. There is a foul going against Pau Havilona on that drive from Wong Wei Long.
And let's see if the referees give Wong Wei Long continuation.
Wong Wei Long going baseline, and Havilona trying to strip Wong. Just a baseline inbound here for the CLS Knights. Maxi Esho. And go to Wong Wei Long. Ray Parks is down. There's contact between him and Jawato.
Well, let's see if the referee is going to give it to Bobby Ray Parks.
And that will go against Ray Parks, I believe. Well, I'm not yet in the penalty. Now, CLS Knights, how have they managed to come back in this ball game, Marco?
Well, I think first and foremost, the adjustment on the defensive end. They've started to pack the paint against PJ Ramos. They've forced San Miguel Alab Pilipinas to try to beat them from the outside, and the three-point shot of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas has refused to fall. They're only 4 out of 14, 28% from downtown, unlike last meeting where they had 14 triples. So the defense of the CLS Knights has held firm. They've not been compromised by those outside shots. And the other thing is, they've not allowed San Miguel Alab Pilipinas to get points in transition.
And Stephen Hurt knocking down the baseline jumper off that inbound to cut the lead to just a single point.
And just to add to that, 0 fast break points so far for Alab here in the third quarter.
And what about that shot from Ronaldo Balkman?
Much needed three-point shot from Ronaldo Balkman. Let's see if that gets him going. Only his second triple.
2 straight threes actually here for Alab. Chong Son hitting from beyond the arc earlier. They're trying to restore order. Team from the Philippines. Wong Wei Long gives it up to Hurt. 5 seconds to shoot. Jawato Offense a bit scrambled here for the CLS Knights. Hurt trying to beat the shot clock. And PJ Ramos gets the rebound. Ball almost slipping away from Pau Havilona. He recovers. Balkman against Brandon. Balkman inside. And Brandon staying, holding his ground there.
The referee's going to get Paulo Havilona once again for the loose ball foul. So adjustment of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas is they put Balkman in the post, PJ Ramos on the outside, but Monte Brandon able to defend Balkman on that sequence, and that's a good call by the referee.
14 fouls each. With under 2 minutes remaining here.
So Rosser and Lawrence Domingo are going to come in. Small lineup now for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
And this was the lineup with, I think, Albano there.
Yeah.
That really got them this cushion earlier.
Well, you know, if you look at it, it's not really small. It's only small because you don't have your 7'3" center, but for the rest of the guys, that's almost everybody above 6'3", with Rosser at 6'7", Balkman about 6'8", 6'9", Kalen Tiongson and Lawrence Domingo probably about 6'5", and then Bobby Ray Parks at 6'3". So that's actually
when you have a 6'3" for a point guard, 6'3" guard, that's a big lineup right there.
And this gives them the ability to switch everything basically.
53-51.
And you see Stephen Hurt there getting confused about the defensive matchup assigned to him.
Kalen Chongson, 3 ball. Too strong. Brandon Rosser lost that ball on the rebound. Maxi Esho is ahead. Esho off balance shot is good.
How about the body control there of Maxi Esho? Looked a little awkward, but still managed to make that basket to tie the game up.
So smooth, Maxi Esho, when he has that ball. Ray Parks missing on the drive. Monte Brandon. Sandy for 3. That's a miss.
Good decision there on the part of the Knights to set their offense back up.
Monte Brandon. Let's see the paint. It's Arif Hidayat. 3 ball from the corner, too strong. Parks is off to the races. Kalen Chongson will not hit, but Reynaldo Balkman with the easiest 2 points.
And that's something that we've not seen here in the second half. Those transition opportunities for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
CLS Knights have been getting a lot of good shots here, Marco. Andy Cornuan. Oh, nice pass. So Monte Brandon, who gets fouled by Lawrence Chongson, landed awkwardly there. Lawrence Chongson.
And hopefully Domingo is okay as he landed.
It's Lawrence Domingo, rather. It's a foul. And that extra contact on Lawrence Domingo.
So Domingo looks to be okay. But just a 2-point advantage, which Monte Brandon can trim even further.
Now Monte Brandon at the line. 22.7 seconds remaining here in the third period. And Alab has been forced into a dogfight here in the third.
Yeah. And they've been limited by the Knights to just 13 points here in the third quarter, while the Knights have scored 24 points already.
First sign of adversity in this title defense of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, and they will have a lot of those this season.
And this is only the first team that they've been matched up with. They've not even seen action against, well, they're going to see action against the Formosa Dreamers, the current #1 team after Alab Pilipinas.
And Ray Parks getting that layup to go. And Brandon Jawato will not have enough time for that shot. Alab Pilipinas holding on to a 57-55 lead at the end of 3 quarters. The CLS Knights, backed by this energetic crowd inside the Gore Basket Kertajaya. and have turned things around in the third. And as we head into the final quarter, it's just a 2-point lead for the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.